Well, current temperatures over our Emporia sky camera brought to you by Capital Federal, showing 57 degrees right now as the sun has begun to rise across the area. 57 for that feels like temperature, with the dew point at 49, visibility at a full 10 miles following the rain leaving the area and winds picking up a bit here. 15 miles per hour sustained out of the west-northwest. We are going to stay a little bit breezy today, and that'll help keep conditions, along with all of that cloud cover, much on the cooler side compared to the last several days. We'll only be in the upper 60s by later on this afternoon, so only an increase of around 10 degrees or so from where we currently are in most of the area. Concordia down in the upper 40s still, but all the rest of us in the 50s for a little bit of a cooler night, only going to get cooler over the next several days. And today we should be peaking somewhere in the upper 60s in Topeka. Maybe a few of us further to the west could end up seeing the 70s or so, but in general it definitely will be noticeably colder than where we have been for most of the month of May thus far. Taking a look at the live storm tracker now, we can see that there's no longer any rain here really within our area. Just a few remaining isolated showers in parts of Jefferson County and Coffee and Osage counties. Any thunderstorm activity off towards the north and east, and even then it looks like those storms are starting to die out a bit there across the border in Missouri. So most of the plains should end up being dry now for the next several days. We certainly deserve this dry streak with all of the rainfall we've seen over the last 48 hours. Last night, or I should say Sunday night, we ended up getting around 2 inches or so at most in some parts of the area, but definitely substantially more as we look towards last night. Some spots here, especially west of the Turnpike near Council Grove, getting up to around 4 inches of rain, so a total of around 6 to 7 compared to or over the last 48 hours. Certainly cause for concern when it comes to the flood stages of certain waterways like those creeks and streams and rivers. Of course, some flash flooding reports as well have been told upon us here across the area, but those should hopefully be receding over the next day or so, as we are going to be totally dry here by 8 a.m. at the absolute latest. And in the next several days, really not showing much. Wednesday night, I think we could maybe see an isolated shower or two, but most of that activity should stay to the north of us, and then it looks like we'll remain dry here through the start of Memorial Day weekend. Maybe Memorial Day itself could end up having a few showers, but no thunderstorms or any severe weather expected right now, so I don't think we'll need to adjust any holiday plans too much. We're getting more confidence with that forecast too, seeing our water vapor imagery, much more of that drier air filtering into the area. That'll keep us dry and cool, and with all of that rain we received over the last 2 days, we should be putting a pretty big dent in that drought monitor, showing increasing moderate to severe drought conditions, so hopefully that'll alleviate that in that regard. Looks like we'll be at around 71 today here in most areas, if not the 60s. Cloudy and windy conditions, gusts up to around 30 miles per hour. Tonight will be the coolest we've been in a while, 48 for those low temperatures as the wind continues, but it looks like we'll stay fairly cool through at least Memorial Day weekend.